Yo, 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 this is Mr. O. What's up, Mr. O here. And today we're going to review some basic algebra concept that we need to understand and review in order for us to be successful in this course. We're gonna go with evaluating expression. We're gonna go with distributive property. We're gonna review how to find the least common multiples of the denominator, and also we're gonna try to simplify expression wherein there's a fraction involved using the least common denominator or multiple. Okay, so there you have it. Let's go ahead now. So evaluate each using the values given. So here there are several. There's only one way to do this one, but for us to be organized, I would like you to understand that J is equal to 6. So therefore, this will be 6 here. And K is equal to 4. So the value of K will be 4. So with that being said, I can just plug in that K equals 4. So I'm going to put 4 here plus 6 squared. If we remember PEMDAS, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. It says there, so by the way, when you do the PEMDAS, you understand that multiplication and division are in the same level, whichever comes first from left to right. Addition, subtraction also. Here you will see that there's a square, there's an exponent here. So can you add 4 and 6 or you square it first? If your answer is exponent or you square the power first, you're right. What is 6 squared? 6 squared is 6 times 6 will be 36. Drop the 4 and the plus sign. 4 plus 6 will be 40. And that's the answer. Kaboom. Very easy, right? Next, here we have m is equal to negative 6. So everything here is going to be negative 6. And 3 is p equals 3. So therefore, this p here will be equal to 3. So therefore, we're going to have now negative 6, parenthesis, negative 6, minus negative 6 again. If you notice, this first minus here is from here. The m is negative 6, so I have to write it negative 6 here. Minus p is 3, so I'll just put 3 here. Close, minus, because this is minus here. M is negative 6, so I'm going to put negative 6 again. Some of you learn in middle school that they put parentheses here. Some, they understand that two negatives will become a positive or keep change. They're all meant the same thing, okay? So to us to make it understand, so I'm going to apply them both. We will focus first with parentheses. Negative 6, this is both negative, so this will be plus now and plus. This will be remain negative 3, will be plus, plus, okay? So now what we have is negative 6, negative 6 plus 6, minus 3 plus 6. Again, we have to understand that the negative 6 right here is outside the parentheses. So we will focus first inside the parentheses. What's negative 6 plus 6? They're completely inverse, additive inverse, which will be 0. So this will be just negative 3. So negative 6, negative 3 plus 6. Negative 6 times negative 3 will give you a positive 18. And then you're going to have a plus 6 outside, which will be equal now to 24. Kaboom. One more. Again, you know that the value of h is 3, so this will be 3 here. The value of k is -1, so this will be -1. So I'm just going to write down everything, -2, they're inside the parentheses, which is fine, negative. This is -1 squared plus h is 3 plus 2. If you notice with my work here, this is -1. I put it there on the k squared, but the -1, the entire -1 is inside the parentheses. Negative, yeah, it's important that you put the negative inside the parentheses because that's the entire value of k. -2 minus, what's -1 squared? What's -1 times -1? If you say it's +1, you're right because negative times negative is positive. And then this will be 3 plus 2, which will give you a 5. -2 minus, still, I'm going to work at the parentheses. What's 1 plus 5? It's going to be 6. If this portion here is 6, but there's a negative outside, so this will become -6. -2 minus 6 will give you -8, and that's the answer. Kaboom. Simplify each expression. You remember how to distribute, like how you think about Santa. When Santa give one gift to you, he give also the same another gift to your brother or sister, to your sibling. It cannot just be you because you're the nice one. Everyone is nice to Santa. So here, if this -2 is Santa, he will share the blessing here, he will share the blessing there. Meaning say he's going to multiply it. And the meaning of multiply here is in this problem, -2 times -10p, negative times negative will give you a positive 20p. Copy the variable there because there's no variable here. -2 times -1 is just -2 times -1 will be a positive 2. You cannot combine them, so that's the answer. Kaboom. Here you cannot add the 7 to 7 yet here because 7 and this quantity here, you're multiplying them. Remember the PEMDAS, you multiply first before you add. So you cannot add just two sevens here. But what you can do is you can distribute the 7 here. So I will drop the first 7. Now I'm going to multiply this 7 by this one, which 7 times 1 will give you 7. 7 times 2m will be positive. Oops, so again, 7 times 2 will be a positive 14m. Do we have any like terms? Yes, we do. What's 7 plus 7? It's going to be 14 plus 14m. And that's the answer. Kaboom. Now, let's distribute this one again. -8 times -1 will give me a positive 8. -8 times 10 will give me -80m. 8 times 8 will be a positive 64m. 8 times -2 is -16. Do we have any like terms here? Yes, we do. What is 8? That's a positive. How did I know it's positive? Because the sign in front of the 8 is blank. There's no sign right here. So that means it's positive. The sign in front of 16 is negative. So I know there's negative. So 8 minus 16 is going to give you -8. And then -80m plus 64m will give you, since 80 is negative and it's bigger digit wise to 64, so it will carry the sign. So this will become now -16. Since they're both like terms that have m's, so that's the answer. Some teachers, they would like to write -16m minus 8. This is okay to me, but kaboom. Least common multiples. Okay, least common multiples is you find the smallest common number to all the denominators or to all the given numbers. So for this case, we have to understand that we have 3, 2, 4. So let's list down the multiples of 3, 2, and 4. The multiples of 3 are 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, and so on and so forth. What about 2? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and so on and so forth. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. Now, it could go more, but you only have to find for the least one, the smallest. What is the smallest number here? What is the smallest number here that is common to all of them? The common to them is going to be, say, 12 here. There's a 12 here, and there's a 12 there. There you go. So therefore, the LCM or LCD here is going to be 12. Okay, so you have to know your multiplication table or multiples. Same thing with this one here. I have a 1/2, 1/3, 1/5. These are the denominators 2, 3, 5. So you have to list down the multiples and look for the smallest number in order for you to find for the least common multiple. Okay, so one more here, 3, 2, 4. Yeah, we did that already. So let's go with 4, 8, 10 with 4, 8, 10. So let me write down. So for 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40. For 8, 8, 16, 24. I see a 24 here and see 24 there, right? 10, 10, 20, 30. If you notice, there's no way I can get 24 there anymore. So I have to continue with the 8, 8, 16, 24, 36. There's a 36 here. There's 36 here, but you will not get the 36 on the 10 because the next number is 40. So keep going. 36. What's next after 36? 48 and then 60 here. Here I get 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. There you go. I have a 60 here and a 60 here. Here I can keep going here with the multiples of 4. 44, 48, 52, 56, 60. There you go. So all of them have 60 as the smallest or the least common multiple. So the answer here is 60. Kaboom. And now let's apply that concept in simplifying expression. Here we have a 12. 12 will be distributed here, here, and there, right? We know that. We know how to distribute. There are multiple ways of doing this one. Most of the teachers would tell you, oh, just multiply 12 by half. Because 12 by half will give you 6x. That is right. Okay. But let me give you another way here. Maybe this will help you, especially if you don't have a calculator. If you have a 12 here, you multiply by 2/3. So what is 12 times 2/3? What is 12 times 5 over 6? Another way you can do there is this one here. So when you multiply 12 times negative 2/3, let's just put here 2/3 first. Remember, it's negative there, okay? Most kids will multiply 12 by 2 and then divide by 3. So you multiply it here and then divide. But what if we can reverse it? When I say reverse, why can't we just divide first and then multiply? Divide first and then multiply. Are we going to get the same answer? We should. Prove it. 12 times 2 will give you 24. If you divide it by 3, you get 8. Or if you do the reverse way, the one I'm teaching you right now, 12 divided by 3 is 4. Times 2 is going to be 8. So it's the same thing, right? So you have two options now here how to deal with fractions. So you should not be scared about it anymore. Okay, let's do it again. I have 12 here. What I'm going to do with the 12? I'm going to divide the 12 by 2. What's 12 divided by 2? 6 times 1 is 6x. 12 divided by 3, 4. 4 times negative 2 is negative 8, but there's a y there, copy the y. 12 divided by 6, it's going to be 2. 2 times negative 5, it's going to be negative 10. There's no more like terms, so that's the answer. Kaboom. All right, last one here. Again, I'm going to divide it. 10 divided by 2 is 5. 5 times 5x will give me 25x. 10 divided by 5, it's 2. 2 times 7y is going to be 14y. 10 divided by 10, 1. 1 times negative 6z is negative 6z. And obviously here, there's no denominator here, which is actually divisible 1. You can divide 10 by 1, or you can just multiply. What's 10 times negative 2? It's going to be negative 20. There's no like terms there, and that's the answer. Kaboom! Hope you learn how how to do all this simple review for algebra, and kaboom!